You cannot judge a tech product by its specs anymore, because if you did, everyone, including myself, would hate this thing. But based off using it, I actually hate that I love it. Let's go. Apple have introduced the MacBook Neo to completely destroy the laptop and Chromebook segment of the market. And to be honest, it's like they didn't even try. They took a chipset that they had lying around in a spare parts bin in the office in Cupertino, almost like the junk you find at the impulse section at a petrol station or a gas station if you're in America. Because they didn't even bother to put the chip from their latest iPhone in here. They used the previous model. So stuff they just had lying around. They took their premium build quality from their MacBook Pros and created a shell around these components that resembled something of a premium high-end product. They removed things they think didn't really matter, like a backlit keyboard and ports, and didn't add a lot of RAM either, because obviously RAM's at a premium at the moment. So by all accounts, a phone chip, terrible RAM, not enough ports, no backlit keyboard, this thing should suck. But somehow, it's actually incredible. Apple have effectively hit 3 things to make this product be a killer laptop. Form factor, tick. It is compact and portable, and you can have the feeling that you can take this thing anywhere you need to because of it. And I have taken it anywhere. I've taken it on planes, I've used it in Ubers, and I've used it at airports and just around the house, either on the couch, dining table, kitchen island, or even here in my office. I've used it everywhere. The thing is easy to put into bags, and it just feels really nice and compact to use because of its size. Then you got build quality. Tick. The solid feel of the aluminum chassis makes it feel like a MacBook Pro. And I think that was Apple's intention here. By rights, you would think that a phone chip running in a laptop would be lighter than the MacBook Air, but it isn't. It's slightly heavier and slightly thicker. But I actually think that plays into this thing's favor. The heavier and thicker build gives it a feeling of solidness. I don't know if that's a word. It gives a cheaper laptop the feeling of a more premium high-end laptop. All the other laptops in this price point suck from a material point of view. And you can actually watch Linus Tech Tips. He did a video in that exact frame of mind, looking at the build quality of laptops in this price point. And yeah, they're all plastic, cheap, flexing pieces of garbage. This thing's the opposite. It actually feels like it should cost more based off the materials that they're using and how it feels in the hand. Almost like Apple with the materials are tricking the consumer that they've got a higher end machine, because it does feel like the materials from a MacBook Pro in a sort of smaller body. And again, that works to its favor. Whilst the keyboard isn't backlit, and I can understand frustration there, it's fun to type on and has one of the best trackpads in its segment as well. And the hinge is sturdy to open and doesn't wobble as much as what you might expect for something that only costs this much money. And then you've got performance. Tick. This is in spite of the chip that it's running. I've not had myself personally any performance issues with any of the tasks that I've been running on here. If you use it for the intention of what this device was built for, think about it. Emails, taking notes in classes or building scripts for YouTube channels, browsing the web, and then some light creativity. Because let's face it, a lot of creatives create on their phone and they can edit on their phone. This can do that as well. The whole thing has a light feeling about it with the OS that's on here. Now, it's not necessarily a comment on Mac OS, because personally, my preference for productivity is using Windows or even Samsung DeX, because I don't really like a lot of what Mac OS offers from a productivity standpoint. It is absolutely built for a creative side of things. But if you're not looking for an extensive OS, one that has lots of different things that you can enable with it, then this actually will work for you. Because the fact that I can do all of those things without any stutters, any lag issues, the whole thing operates smoothly and performs well, and then I can also add in shorts creation on here through CapCut. Yeah, wow. For me, this should actually be the default instead of getting an iPad and a keyboard. It'll be cheaper, and I think it's going to actually give you more that you can do on it. Dare I even say 2 Galaxy Tab. It does all of those things too with a really good battery life. The chip doesn't drain much from the battery, and then you just use the 20-watt charger that comes with it. Yes, it's only 20 watt to top it back up. But the fact is, you won't have to be topping it up a lot because of the fact it's a mobile chip. Its standby time when it's closed is excellent. Now, the thing's not perfect, but I think that's what makes it perfect, is that it's not perfect, because it doesn't actually need to be perfect. It just needs to be perfect for the price that you're paying. The display could be better, but it isn't bad. Again, for the majority environments you're going to use this thing in, you're going to be absolutely fine with it. I do think it maybe could have a few more ports, 2 USB-C ports with only one of them being USB 3, and a headphone jack. Doesn't feel like enough for creatives. But again, you could make that work and sacrifice that for everything else you're getting. The thing is, I don't actually think this thing could only be for Apple users. I think if you're a Samsung user, you could absolutely use this too. You do get some Apple ecosystem advantages, like the Apple suite of apps like Notes, got your Messages app, you also got FaceTime and everything like that comes with owning a MacBook and an iPhone together. But there's a lot of that you can now enable with Samsung too that also makes this work. If you log into Google Messages on the browser, you can actually create it as a desktop app, and then you've got Google Messages syncing right away, even with RCS support. Do the same thing with WhatsApp. In fact, there's a native WhatsApp app that you can put on here to be able to, again, get your messages from WhatsApp. And then now with QuickShare working to AirDrop, you can easily share files back and forth between your MacBook and your Samsung, no stress. Now, if you just ignore all the platform issues that I have personally with macOS, the trackpad gestures being limited, like not being able to close apps with a swipe down on the trackpad, just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you could pick up your iPhone and have an app open, and then you can swipe it away and you get back to your home screen. Can't do that on here. There's no swipe gesture to enable that. There is a swipe gesture that will disappear the apps, but the second you click anywhere, they all come running back. It's a nightmare. There's no cut and paste within files. So if you wanted to cut a file and paste it somewhere else, you can't. There's only copy, which then you have to go back and delete the file and then empty. Anyway, that's annoying. Okay, I know that you can cut and paste on a Mac because it's a Command X, I think is the shortcut, and then Command V to copy. Did that work? I just looked this up. Command X. Yeah, why would I do it? Okay, so I just watched a video on how to do it, setting up my Asus laptop. So you have to Command C, and then that copies it. And then to the new location, you have to press Option Command V. I don't get it. Like, why not just have a cut in here? Like, if you've got a cut option, give us a cut option there. Gah. And then the scaling of apps on the screen, the way you either have to be totally full screen on a different desktop, or you have the very intrusive dock down the bottom, which gets in the way. Yeah, I don't really like that either. And the lack of keyboard shortcuts for activating multitasking too. The list goes on. I have a few problems with how that software works. But the thing is, you can live with all of those for the simplicity of what this thing gives you, especially for the price point. If you're emailing, note-taking, you don't have to use Apple Notes. There's plenty of other cross-platform notes that you could use, and you're browsing the internet. This is the most fun you will have on a laptop. I can guarantee it. I've been finding reasons to use this. Honestly, I look actively throughout my day. What can I create just so I can open this lid and use it? I hadn't even planned on reviewing it, to be honest. I was just going to make comparisons to the Book 4 Edge and Samsung DeX and then put it away. But honestly, this has changed my whole perception of it. And I wrote this review on the MacBook Neo because I just wanted to use it. Are there better laptops out there? Yeah, you probably could say there would be. I reckon you could pick up a 3-year-old MacBook Air running maybe the M2 13.6-inch display, roughly around the same price. Backlit keyboard, faster, more powerful chipset, and you've probably got a more functional, practical use case for a laptop for extra work. But I don't think that's the point of this. The point of this is that it's meant to be fun. Comes in different colors, has a quirky little form factor about it. I just think that what you're getting here isn't necessarily all about the specs on the inside. It's about how it makes you feel to use it. Let me know what it is you think about this too, because I'm very curious about how other people perceive this type of tech. Are they looking at the spec sheet and ignoring it, or are they giving it a chance by using it? Give it a chance and use it, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I think what I'm experiencing with Apple and their computers at the moment is their chipsets and the way they control everything gives it a good user experience. I can't say the same about their phones because the operating system just doesn't allow for anything. I guess macOS is kind of the same, but you're getting good performance, you're getting a good battery life, and really out of a laptop, what more do you really need? Hit subscribe while you're down in the comment section, letting me know what your thoughts are on this and I guess how I'm reviewing Apple in general. I feel like I'm being too kind to them. Make sure you follow me on all my socials and I'll see you guys in the next one. You.